Hello you airbrush aficionados, Joel here from the Hangar Bay and got another P Bandai video for you this month. A little bit different this time around, unfortunately. The stuff has already come in and I've already had to start shipping stuff out. Wasn't able to film in time, but still got all the products that have come in from the previous shipment and I have them ready to show off. I've got a few more things coming in a bit later and I'll show them off a bit later this month, but let's start this off. So first up we've got the Grace twin set. So for you Iron-Blooded Orphans fans, from the twin sets, the Grace is from the battle at Edmonton. So the ground types with the additional ankle or foot armor, and then they have these big buster swords with them as well. Have the grey and just the maroon, slightly brownish sort of colour tone. Not sure how that shows up on camera, but cheese Gundams, or the local type in Rollout colours. So this is basically a recolor of the North American local type. So that was the black, slightly tiny with a hint of brown on it version. This is just the yellow version, so in the Rollout colors. I believe that's only from MSV or something. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I call it the Cheese Gundam for obvious reasons. Command Fuminas. So there was was it Winning Fumina? I believe it was. This is a variation of that one. So it's got the same sort of SD Gundam that attaches to the back. I guess don't show Mecha Gaikotsu. The biggest issue with these kits is they're trying to do these frame arm girls from Kotobukiya. They're trying to do them at Bandai prices, which means you have to make some sort of sacrifices on articulation. I suspect that they're eventually going to try to do MG variations of at least some of these kits, or possibly a new kit, so that they get a much better articulation, especially around the legs. But as it stands, these are high grades. They're not like this variation, the Fumina. It's fine. It's not spectacular, but it's fine. If you're paying Bandai high grade prices, it's pretty good for what you're going to get. Very hard to expect a lot more and without paying a much higher price for these sort of things, but that's the Command Fumina. This one's surprisingly very popular. This is, well, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of how much Bandai have been pushing the Jegans over the past year. We've still got even more coming out next year, but this is the latest in the new Jegans. We've got Piko Altidore's Jegan Type D from, was it Across the Sky? Which was a manga. I don't think that's translated. There was only one chapter of that was translated. It's mostly a Jegan Type D. The biggest variation is that there's the second beam rifle and it has the left-handed grip, so it can dual wield beam rifles, well, and the black color, obviously, which looks actually really cool. Blue visor. I don't think you can find on any other Jegan, so that's pretty cool. So you get the opportunity to do really cool dynamic dual wielding matrix style poses with this sort of thing. Next we have the next kit in the Ace Pilot log. So the Gym Command Space type. What was it? I don't know off the top of my Immortal. There's the Immortal 4th team. So there's four mobile suits in the team, or 4 gyms in the team, and there's separate markings for every single one of them to indicate the pilot. So, trying to get the names off the top of my head while on camera is a bit difficult. Like South Burning, like Alpha A Bait. Can't remember the other two names off the top, but they have the individual markings for the waist. A fairly different variation of the Gym. This is based on the Gym Cypher 2 kit, or the Gym Command. It's actually coming out, which is a retail release in January, I think it was, the MG Gym Command, but that's the ground type. This is the space with the, obviously the water slides, which makes it unique. and Immortal 14. That gives us the 4th in the Ace Pilot log, and then Bandai have also announced the 5th entry, which will be Teneth Yung. Wait, was this the 4th? No, this is the 3rd. The 4th one is Uma Lightning Gelgu, and the 5th is the Teneth Yung, which is the Jim Sniper Custom. The Christmas Siege, the Wing Gundam Christmas Siege is ongoing, so we're getting the rest of the pre-Bandai Gundam wing kits. This one is a bit of a unique case. This is the Tallgeese II, and it was only available for this month. And I believe Bandai are sitting on excess, and they haven't opened up for any subsequent months. Whereas they've done it for the Sandrock Custom, the Heavyarms Custom, the Ultron, and the Tallgeese III. And the Tallgeese II has only got one run, so I have only a fairly limited number on this one. Not quite as popular as the Tallgeese III, but again, this is a really nice kit, limited numbers, and it will deplete. I was only able to order 24 of that, unfortunately. Tallgeeses, we have the 3 obviously. This one, order some more if the demand is there. It's not quite as popular as the G-Team kits, but still Gundam Wing, and everybody has nostalgia for Gundam Wing, especially if you're US based. With the small water slide sheet in there. So if you want your Gundam Wing Char, we've got you covered on that one. And jump cut, sorry about that. So a lot of you will probably be aware that it's the 10th anniversary of Gundam 00, so Bandai have been putting out some 00 kits, not quite as many as possibly that some people believe that they should have, but they're here and they're coming. So in the line of advanced Jinxes, we have the Deborah's Advanced Jinx, which is, it's actually just a recolor of the original Advanced Jinx. So it's just done in the red and has the red and white decal sheet instead. I have the regular Jinx here, or Advanced Jinx here. If you look, try and do this side by side, you see that the markings are pretty much the same. It's just that you've got red markings with one and black markings with the other. If you're trying to paint, you basically need to get both, because trying to do those stripes with masking is going to be a pain. Take a considerable length of time to do that. And I believe there's the clear color. I'm not sure if Deborah just got the purple one here. Sorry, I can't see that. There are 2 variations of the Jinx. The regular one, I've only got a few left, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about that, cannot be ordered. Deborah's Jinx I've got a lot more of, so the price is lower. And I think I can still acquire more. So, top of the cake. It's those of you who have the regular retail Jinx, this does have a fix to the ankle joint, so it can stand up better by itself. And finally, for this video, but not for this month, because we've got more coming, the last of the under sports kits, we've got the Heavyarms Custom. So this is again a reissue. I've actually handled this one before. This one was first released, I believe it was at the end of last year, and I was handling it at the beginning of this year when I was first starting out with this P-Bandai stuff, and got it back in. So those of you who like as much DACA as possible, with like Gatling beam cannons wherever you can, on the chest, 4 of them, and arms, 2 on each arm, and then missile launches out the wazoo for ultimate alpha strikes. We've got you covered with the Heavyarms Custom. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're interested in any of this stuff, you can always check out my P-Bandai, or my eBay store, sorry. I've got more stuff coming in soon, so expect another video on that. I've also picked up stuff from Gundam Base Tokyo, so maybe I could do a video about that. Maybe I'm not sure about that, because a bunch of the stuff is already sold, especially Sananju mechanical clears, which are stupidly popular, and bit difficult for me to get now, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, appreciate you taking the time to watch, and let me know if there's anything you need to help. Otherwise, please check out the store, and thanks for watching. Yeah, bye.